Okay, so I'm doing this one more time. Hi, this is my probably my final outcome memories tier list because the game's kind of cooked. It's kind of done. It's been a long time coming, honestly. So this is, in my opinion, probably my final tier list. So last tier list, I don't really remember, but I remember this last tier list kind of looked like this. Um, This is what last tier list kind of looked like. So this is what last tier list looked like just for reference. So we're gonna go and we're gonna start in similar order to what I did last tier list, which was I think I think I did like this. So I don't think we started with Tails either. So we're gonna start with Eggman. Well, yeah. So Eggman. Now we're starting with Eggman, and I'm gonna put Eggman in B tier immediately. This character doesn't provide any value for the team besides metal, um, repair, and Tails does that and so much more that it just don't it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Eggman does have a lot of good survival, like he's a survivalist. He's really good against Soylent X, especially on these new maps. Like he just dominates Soylent X on most of these maps. There's nothing. But overall, he just doesn't do well against any of the current EXEs. Um he just doesn't do well. He just doesn't have any utility and he doesn't do well. So yeah. That's just the nature of his character. He's still a good character for surviving, but otherwise he doesn't do anything. Metal. Yeah. Metal I underrated Metal in my first tier list. I think Metal is really good. Just everything he has, in comparison to all his other characters, his stun, his him being able to stun so often, like all those things, like it just makes him really, really strong. And you're gonna see a lot of characters in this tier, which is why I'm realizing that maybe I should just did three tiers. Um, eh, I don't know. I don't know if we want to make this like competitive play outcome memories, which never happens, or just casual. I'll do both. I'll do both. So this is like top tier. Like this is if you're like the best player in the game playing outcome memories. Survivor shows. So yeah, this is where I put Metal. Okay, I think he has this issue. He has some really small issues. He doesn't have that many issues. He has so many pluses, but there's just one or two characters that are just like better. Um, so Tails is going to be at the top of S tier. He he had a glow up for sure, but I think a lot of the people the burst was not what he needed. It's not what like boosted him. Also, I feel like the burst is like kind of iffy. I wish it could be done on less charge. Then it would kind of solve Tails' problem. Um, but anyway, what Tails doesn't have a tool for. But Tails is really good against like Colossus, really good against Tripwire. He's kind of bad against he's bad against Fleetway, and he's like meh against 11x. Um, but he's chilling. Like his flight being on a 16-second cooldown is the buff that actually made his character good. Like it wasn't anything else, in my opinion. And also the burst kind of helped a little bit, but that glide buff made him like good. Okay, Knuckles. Hmm. Hmm. Dang, this is hard. Dang, this is hard. Let's do Cream. Now, Cream in competitive play is S plus. Okay, with an actual team that's protecting you, Cream becomes one of the best characters. And I'm Cream is so broken. She resets. She literally basically just makes regardless. Even if you die, like it makes the EXE's job 10 times harder than it would have been. And for a character to do that is has to be for a character to affect the game that much has to be S plus. And there's another character who does this just because they have all the tools. They literally have every tool they need in the game besides one thing. We're gonna get to that, but and no, they even kind of have that. Okay, anyway. But yeah. So that's kind of just what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Cream is being able to heal for that much is just insane. I'm sorry, especially with when you have teammates protecting you, letting you get your heals off. If you're like sitting in one corner and the EXP doesn't know where you are, so you're just healing your teammates and you move, like no, it's not fun for EXP at all. Knuckles, gosh, I feel like Knuckles is overrated, but he's also really hard. But he's also overrated. But he's also not. I'm gonna put him at the oops. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of S tier. Okay, I think I'm realizing what I'm doing. Bottom of S tier. Um he he's he's too he's too like not guaranteed. Like it's completely chance if you hit your counter or not. And you can become really good at the mind games and like, but like you're gonna have those EXEs who just don't fall for it. You're gonna have those EXEs who like don't who just bait you and knock you and like you counter and you miss and they stand there and they kill you after. Like you're gonna have those EXEs anyway. Anyways, they have Sonic running in. Yeah. Uh okay, let me order this. Um I feel like no, I feel like this. So my thing is Sonic still has one of the best cooldowns in the game, which is Peel Out. Peel Out is one of the best cooldowns in the game. If I did a ability tier list, Peel Out would be one of the best abilities in the game, regardless of if it's buggy and hard to use, and sometimes like it's really strong. It still messes up chases. It wastes the killer's time. It's not as good as Cream Heal, obviously, but it's still really strong. So that alone makes him really good. Drop dash, though, is probably one of the most inconsistent stuns in the game. Um, besides stun stacking. So I don't know. Kind of same for Knuckles. That's why he's there. But I think Knuckles is yeah. Okay. I was just thinking of the next character. Okay. So Amy. Um okay. So Amy is weird. She struggles against um the new EXEs like or like the she struggles against Fleetway really bad and Colossus really bad. But against 2011X and Tripwire, she's really good. She's good. So, but the thing is, she has more utility than Eggman. Regardless, like she has two stuns. She has um heals. Like she can see around the map. Like that's still better utility. Like she can find Cream. She can lead players to Cream. So like she has more utility than Eggman, regardless of her like being kind of really bad against the current EXEs and probably the meta EXEs. If I were to do an EXE tier list, which I'll just say my EXE tier list at the end of the video. I'm not gonna pull up another one. Yeah, so in my opinion, she's a step up, but she still has all her issues of RNG and like her just being able to get two shot and all those things. But she does have a lot of utility and she does have that chance of being, decent. So yeah. Next we have Blaze. Blaze is really, really good. Um I don't even know where to put her. You can honestly pick Blaze anywhere. Like genuinely. I feel like you can genuinely pick her anywhere and she'll probably be fine because unless you miss your kick, it's completely dependent if you miss your kick, but the stun is good in my opinion. It's not super hard to bait, but if she hits you once, she starts to snowball. She has her spear, which is one of the best cooldowns in the game because it's free distance. It's literally just free distance. Free distance in this game is so important. So having a move to just make free distance is absurd. And then her fire, the soul flame, just being a counter to so many things. She's a stunner with utility, and she's just good. Like she is the replacement of Amy, like in a sense. But she doesn't have like all the utility. But she is a very good character, and she has a good stun, which with a low cooldown. If you hit it, now if you miss, you get blown up and you lose. But if you are hitting your stuns and you are hitting your javelins, you're getting a lot of value. Next or last, and certainly not least, we have silver. Hmm. Okay. I don't know whether to put cream or cream over silver or silver over cream, so I'm just gonna leave them up there as they're interchangeable. You could argue for both, and I would be like, okay, that makes sense. Silver can fly. Okay, he can fly. Okay, bang. That I feel like if Silver just had flight in this game, well, he would probably be like here. But like, um, no, that's not all he has. He has flight. He has suspension. He can he can create free distance. I just talked about this with Blaze, didn't I? Free distance. If you miss, it comes back every 4 seconds or something like absurd like that. It has like a 13-second cooldown. Okay. Hmm. Rocks. Basically a stun. It's basically a stun. And it is longer than a stun. And it like rocks are so broken. He has so much he gets so much value from his kit. There's his kit is so overtuned. Only caveated by the fact, or like only not so broken by the or not so broken quote unquote by the fact people underrate him because one, it's hard to hit his abilities. If you don't have like amazing ping in your own PC, it's really hard to hit his abilities. And I hope and pray that you don't find one of those silvers who just hit every ability because I've gone against it and I genuinely wanted to throw my mouse across the room because of literally every 3 seconds I get rocked. I can't play the game. I get suspensioned. I can't play the game. Oh, I'm about to get my hit. I got suspensioned. I can't play the game. Like he does not care. His ability cooldowns are so short. And then you try to chase him, right? You try to chase him, he flies away, right? You go to chase him, as like an EXE, he does his time thing and he just goes, and if you don't hit him during the cast, he'll just go on the other side of the map. He has everything in his kit besides a actual stun. He has everything in his kit besides a actual stun, but he doesn't need it. And even the actually stunning with him is not the play. Like you don't do it. Silver is just not played because one, he's hard to use, and he's really only usable on PC with really good ping, and not all the Outcome Memories players have that. And he doesn't give any like points or credit, so people don't want to play him. Like people want the dopamine rush, and he's just so annoying to play. He's decent into every EXE in my opinion. Good into tripwire, even though tripwire is hard to hit, but whatever. Tripwire sucks. Good into 2011X, free like so. Yeah, he does everything besides heal, and he does everything. So I'm gonna put him over Cream because Cream can just like die, but he you literally don't need any help. There's a reason why his LMS is that long, guys. There's a reason, and that's why. That's why his LMS is that long, with like nothing besides like a little bit of damage reduction because he's broken. Now Sonic, on the other hand, his LMS is low, but the this character can beat Fleaway, and at least on Mystic Cave. Like genuinely, this character is so stupid. The flight nerves were very much needed, and before you're like, oh my god, da, da, da. I promise, even when you lose flight, you just hit one of your abilities and you're fine. If the EXE even tries to chase you, you just throw a rock or you suspension them or you do anything and like or you press your time. You have so many options at your disposal. It does not matter. Okay, now we're going to do a casual game tier list. So, in my opinion, I feel like Sonic goes down a little bit. I think she's like bottom of S. I think Eggman is a little better, but I don't think he's like. I think this character is still good, but like you're just gonna see the Silvers who just like lose, and I think that this character is worse because he's hard. I think Tails gets really strong because Tails is pretty strong alone. Blaze is pretty strong in casual games. Like I don't know. I think Sonic. I don't know. In casual games, Sonic is kind of bad because people will just mess you up and kill you. Metal is also like I think Metal is really good in casual. Besides the fact that you have to like you need to heal. I think Blaze is really strong in casual. I think Amy becomes better in casual. Um, I think these three characters kind of struggle in casual. I think this character is still usable but hard for players, but his flight alone just carries him anyway. If they have any remote like brain cells and know how to use him. Um, I feel like Tails becomes really good. I feel like Blaze and Amy are picked a lot, but like yeah, these three characters are really getting casual. If you're picking these two characters, you're probably okay. Like these two characters are a little harder. Like you're probably gonna down Amy a lot more. Silver, if you have once again if you have a PC and you have good ping, you're gonna do great on this character. If you don't have any of those things, you're a flight bot. Um, Knuckles is really hard in casual. You can kind of just fall over if you don't know what you're doing. So like leave Knuckles to the Knuckles mains. I'm not gonna lie, like leave him for the Knuckles mains. If you're not Knuckles main, don't touch his character, please. Eggman, he's a little better because no, I feel like he's a little bit better. And then Cream is just awful in casual. You're gonna lose every game. You're gonna die. Um, but yeah, I think Eggman is definitely not better than Silver. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So this is casual. I think Metal's really good in casual. I think Sonic is alright in casual, good in casual. But these two characters are the most like have the most tools in casual to help you win. Like Tails, you have to be disciplined. You have to like run. If you're fighting a Fleetway, then but otherwise against every other EXE on these big maps, like you just in the corner of Tails, you shoot your beam, like you're probably fine. You're probably winning. Yeah, that's kind of it. So this is the competitive tier list. And then this is competitive. And then this is like casual, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. If you pick one of these three, in casual, you'll probably do fine. Blaze is a good character, but if you miss, you lose. If you don't miss, you're probably gonna do well. Probably still gonna die in Blaze, so I'm not gonna lie. Silver, I already explained. like a million times. Amy in casual, she's good in casual as long as you get your cards. If you don't get cards, you're gonna lose. But I think she's still good in casual. She has two sons, like you can try your best against certain EXCs. Against Colossus or Fleetway, just don't even pick this character. Like don't even. And then these two characters are kind of like explode in casual. Knuckles, maybe not so much. Like maybe over underrating him. Like maybe there. But Cream is just not great in casual. She's just kind of sucks in casual. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like people don't play silver well enough in casuals. Like you don't see really good silvers. All right, but that's my tier list, guys. I'm done. That's it. Uh, if Outcome Memories changes anything about the survivors, I'll make another tier list. That's actually like if they change anything actually interesting about a lot of the survivors, then yeah. But if not, no. And then EXE tier list. Um, Fleetway 21X at S plus, Colossus at S, Tripwire at A. 21X Colossus, I feel like his nerfs were I feel like they kind of did hurt him, but like not as much as people thought. But yeah, that's my tier list, guys. Bye bye.